This is a classic. Super Mario Brothers. One of the most memorable video game characters ever. And probably one of the most influential games ever made. Yeah. It all starts with Super Mario. Doesn't it? Oops. It's the next pipe up ahead, isn't it? Yes. Get all the coins. This is actually regarded as like the founder of the modern platformer. You can argue if this was actually the first platformer or what you call Pitfall was first. But in my opinion, platforming games wouldn't be the way they are without this game. You wouldn't have a Sonic, you wouldn't have a Super Mario World without Super Mario Brothers. I mean, this was actually, I believe, the first video game that actually scrolled. Whereas most video games of that sort of this era were one screen type deals. This one actually scrolled for multiple screens rather than have it be just like one screen, as most games this era were. Oh, goodness. I mean, most games from this era were very much the one screen arcade games. It wasn't until this game, and this game I think is perhaps the most influential video game of all time. If you keep walking up there, you can go find some pipes that'll take you to other levels. But I'm not going to do it in this video, no. I might do a let's play of this at one point. But here's the thing about this game. I've never actually beaten this game. It's if you can believe that, I've never beaten the original Mario Brothers. Huh. I had no idea that was there. Huh. I seriously didn't actually. Then again, I don't remember if ever finding that, but there's a fire flower there. Yeah, this game is perhaps the most influential video game of all time, if my opinion. A lot of people's actually as well. First had the concept of the warp zone. I don't remember any other game that had that. Music in this is catchy. Like most NES games, I don't think there was ever an NES game with truly bad music. I don't think there ever was. If you can think of one, let me know. Because in my opinion, there's some like soundtracks I don't like. Like I don't like some of the stuff in Super Mario World 2 I never cared for. But I have not played like every Nintendo game, so I can't really say like what Nintendo music I don't like. But generally, when it comes to Mario games, the music is usually always good. Ah, son of a bitch. Like, I don't think there's a Mario game with bad music. And believe me, there have been bad Mario games. Maybe like the Mario's Missing and Mario's Time Machine games, the music in that's not that great. But then those games aren't that great. Those games suck. Yeah, Mario's Missing's okay, I guess. Super Nintendo version, not the NES version. That version does suck. I've never played it, but I've seen the Angry Video Game Nerd video of it, and it looks stupid. Now, is this the best Mario game for the NES? No, Super Mario 3 is better. For one thing, that game did a lot of things that were improved, I think, from this game. Wasn't there supposed to be a thing up there? Huh. Oh, you son of a bitch. One of the things it's hard to get used to is jumping. Jumping in this is kind of weird. Because once you jump, you can't move your position, so it's kind of weird. And getting that mushroom is kind of a bitch. I wouldn't waste my time getting it. It's like a death trap. It's there to tease you. Oh, fucky. Yes. Oh. This part's usually pretty hard. Am I gonna make it? Ah, son of a bitch! Oh, I almost made it too. That's the other thing about this game. There's no continues. If you die 3 times, you gotta go all the way from the back from the beginning. Yeah. Oh, you can get 1-ups on the way, but if you lose all your lives, you have to go back to the beginning. Where's that 1-up? I know you're there. There you are. Now I got 4 lives. And it doesn't actually show up on the screen at all, which is in other Mario games. It was up there. But not in this one. This is the only other Mario game that actually has... Oh, no, I can't say that. Oh, star! Give me the star! Star doesn't give you a 1-up, I don't think. If you just get 1,000 points. Look, Mario changes color. Now he's Fire Mario. No. This is one of those games that is just so simple, yet it's so much fun. Granted, like Mario games, when these came later, they got more complicated and they had more stuff added to them. But this one is like at its simplest. Pretty much in every Mario game, Fire Mario is in there somewhere. That's like a regular, not like say like a Mario Kart or one of those, but in any main Mario game, generally the fire suit will appear at one point in the game. Probably the cape. Actually, the cape hasn't shown up, I don't think, in any other Mario game. Not even like the raccoon tail. That was like what everyone... Actually, I think in the Wii one, there's, the cape comes back. But I don't know. I've never played Super Mario Bros. Wii. But supposedly it's back. I mean, this game, like, I couldn't see this on the Atari 2600 or even Coleco. This wouldn't look right. That's why Nintendo became synonymous with video games, like in this part of the decade. Not this decade, but the 80s. Because prior to that, there was just Atari. Yes. If you get 5,000 points, you get some fireworks. Oh no fireworks. Huh? I thought you got fireworks. If you get in this game, if you get 100,000 points, you get I think you get a 1-up. Was it 50? I can't recall. Like I think every 50 points, every 50,000 points, you get a 1-up. I could be wrong on that. I think it's like 100,000. And if somehow you got 999, like all 99s, all 9s in there, you can't get another 1-up. Although I think actually what would happen is it restarts. I've never gotten that many points, but that's what so I could be wrong on that. But supposedly I think I wonder if like anyone has discussed that, like when it comes to rumors in this game. Oh. It's kind of laggy today. Most Mario games have like a castle at one point. And in fact, all of them have a castle, like pretty much. Not counting things like Super Mario Brothers games, not like things like uh Mario 64 or even Super Mario Bros. 2, because technically it's not a Mario game. Yeah. And if you think you're getting the princess, you get Toad. Thank you, Mario. But our princess is another castle. Yeah, you can take the douchebag. Yeah, Toad is always a douchebag. He, especially in the cartoon. Have you ever seen the Super Mario Bros. Super Show? He had a really aggravating voice. I think this, among like video game themes, this is like probably one of the most famous scores ever. You can't shoot them while they're in the pipe like in the Mario games. I mean, this and probably the Final Fantasy opening and the Zelda theme are perhaps the most famous pieces in video game music history. Like, can you think of a piece that's more famous than this? I don't think so. Well, that was weird. That was kind of glitchy. So you can't shoot them while they're in the pipe. And like other Mario games, you go back to being little after you get hit once. Super Mario Bros. 2 was the only one that did it where you could, if you got hit, you automatically didn't get little. Oh, and it falls right into the hole. That's great. That was wonderful. So I'm going to be little. On this level, you got to be big. Ugh. If I can make it, I'll show you the water level. Wait, what was in this thing again? There better be a mushroom in here, otherwise I'll be pissed. I think there was. So let me see. No, it's a coin. And these things always piss me off. These were the first... Springboards were first introduced in this game. But they didn't really get... In this one, they're kind of fucky. Alright. Next is going to be the water level. How am I going on time on this? Ooh, I'm running a little long on time. So yeah, this is the water level. This is probably the last one I'm going to do. And then I'll call it a quits. Yeah, but these levels are fast. This is the best underwater music in any Mario game. Look like a smiley face from in there. This is like the best underwater music. Oh, well, that's gonna do it for this video. So yeah, this has been Super Mario Brothers on the NES.